And welcome to Chart of the Day Cafe for Thursday, March 23rd, 2017. Just want to read our disclaimer quickly. Trading stocks is a high level of risk and viewers should complete their own due diligence on any stock or underlying that they intend to own. 100% of the content of this video and communique is intended for journalistic and educational purposes only. This video and all indicators, strategies, and articles herein should not be construed as investment advice, not making any recommendations, always for your further homework. Hope you've had a great week so far. There seems to be some volatility coming into the market, so let's go take a look at some of the charts and see where we're at. We always start our videos off with a look at the Russell Index, and for that we use the IWM, which is the ETF that represents the Russell 2000, and we step back to take a look at it on a 5-year monthly time frame. So here's where we are right here, right now. We've been keeping an eye on this wedge pattern that you can see more clearly on the smaller time frame, but I just like to get that monthly perspective. So here we are so far for the month of March, red candle shaping up, but we did end up stopping at this area. This is a rough line of support to our wedge. Here is the candle for the month of February and January. So a little bit of indecision in these past few months. Perhaps March will be the month that gives us a little more clear indication of direction. We will see. So let's move it away from the monthly to the 1-year weekly and see how price is behaving on the smaller time frame. So here's that same wedge. Then this is the same long-term area of support that goes back all the way on the big chart, 5-year chart. So here's where we are right here, right now. Last week we had this nice looking candle that looked as though price wanted to break out of our wedge, but not so much this week. So this is just a rough area, but you can see that the Russell really consolidated here for a lot of weeks before having this little tiny lift and tried to break out, failed. So let's see where we are right here, right now. Let's move it away from the weekly to the 3-month, or let's go 6 months for a bit better perspective. So here's how price ended yesterday. A little bit of volume coming in. That was a huge down day the day before though. We are below this area of consolidation. Having said that, the futures look to be opening up a little bit in the green, so it looks as though the markets may try to regain some ground. And if they do, ultimately what we're looking for is a break through this black line and a resumption of that uptrend. So yet to be determined. Today is a day, I think that there might be a vote on Trump's healthcare proposal, amendments, so that may be something to keep an eye on and might be important enough for the market to really give us a candle that would glean further direction. So with price on the Russell, we always use this 8-day EMA as our guide. We never want to put a fresh chart forward for our watch list unless we're putting it forward in a rising market environment with price on the Russell up and over that 8-day EMA. So it's currently below. We're not going to put any fresh charts forward, but I'm going to highlight a past Chart of the Day Cafe pick that I think looks interesting here should we start to get that lift. Should markets regain support and start to move up and through that black line. And so if the Russell, the IWM, has a strong day and regains that area of support, here is a chart that I think is worth paying attention to. It's a past Chart of the Day Cafe featured chart, so we're not putting any fresh charts forward with the IWM trading below the 8-day EMA, but here's one that I would revisit. I'm going to just give you a quick synopsis on it before I get into the chart. It's Green Plains Resources. We put it forward November 29th in this area here. Took a few days, but then it had that lift off of that area of support and has done very well since then. The reason I'm putting it in front of you, it's in the pipeline sector. It's a strong sector. It still has a nice high value score, still has that forecasted earnings growth rate. Checked it this morning. It is currently at 31% going forward. That's a really nice high number. Current PE is 10.05 and dividend yield. The dividend yield on this one is 8.73% right now. It was higher here, but it's still pretty high in this area as well. So should the Russell have that strong day, I wouldn't be too surprised to see GPP. It's been consolidating here for a number of days, but I would be looking, I'm going to zoom it in a little bit. We're looking at the 9-month daily, but let's go to the 3-month. And you know what, Chart of the Day Cafe, it's all about 3 and 8. So when the pink 3 EMA crosses over the blue, that is where we're interested. And so it looks as though it may be poised for that, that crossover should the markets get that strength. So I like the way GPP is trading. I will be keeping an eye on this one for sure. As a reminder, I just wanted to say, if you like these videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel by hitting the red subscribe button on our homepage. And be sure to check out the discussion section where I will try to flag for you any past chart of the day cafe pick with a fresh 3 and 8 cross. It's my goal to put the very best value and growth stocks in front of you whenever I can. Videos go out every Tuesday and Thursday morning. With that, have a great rest of the week, and we'll put our next video out on Tuesday.